Hi, I'm Sam Sells, and welcome to my podcast, Clean Money. I like to say investing matters, and my show is to talk with everyday folks that are not only creating great success, but making an impact in society and improving the lives of others. That is my mission, and I want to share my stories and others with you. Welcome to Clean Money. Hello, my name is Sam Sells, and welcome to my podcast, Clean Money. I'm a serial entrepreneur that has led over $3 billion in development projects, but the company I am most proud of is my current one, Wild Mountain Capital. We not only create great returns for our investors, but we make an impact in the community and we change lives. I like to say investing matters, and my show is to talk to folks that are not only creating great success, but making an impact, improving the lives of others. That is my mission, and I want to share my stories and others with you. Welcome to Clean Money. Did you know that according to the GAO, the cryptocurrency has become the default currency for drug and human trafficking? When you purchase Bitcoin, there's a chance that you just bought coins that were mined by a human trafficker who will then use your hard-earned, honest, and clean money for their dirty purposes. What happens to your money when you invest? You earn this. You worked hard for this money. And when you invest, there is very little, if any, way to know what your money is going to be used for. Do you care what your money is being used for? That money may be used for unclean purposes and become dirty and may be clean. You don't know. You just simply don't know. The system is set up this way so that you are left in the dark as an investor. And all you can focus on is just, because it's all you know, is how much money is your money making, or how much is your stock worth, or whatever else you can actually know. Clean money often becomes dirty and you can't stop it. You have zero control of that. It is crucial to the future of our country, of our planet, of our families, that we start paying attention to the outcomes of our investments. We are finally waking up to the effects of our actions on the planets and our bodies. You see that clean energy everywhere. You see clean eating everywhere. You know, are you eating clean foods? Is it non-GMO? All these different things, right? And the point here is that what we do matters. Our actions matter. How we spend our money matters. Now, I want to present the idea of clean money because how we invest matters. How you invest matters. Investing matters. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about on our podcast. These are some of the things that I'm going to promise you. One, I promise you that you are going to enjoy what you hear. If not, let me know and tell me, hey, this podcast was terrible, Sam. And, let me know and tell me what I can do better, because criticism isn't any good unless it tells us what we can do better, right? If you're just going to be a hater, go out there and hate on something else, preferably not a human or an animal. But go out, maybe, listen to this podcast and others and change your worldview and start thinking positively of what you can do. Now, you would say, how do I know, or what right do I have to talk about clean money, clean impact? And I'll just let you know. Okay. So, spent 6 years as a firefighter working to save lives, and then transitioned with the military into becoming an international health specialist. Between 2011 and 2019, humanitarian, and even as a combat advisor and combat aviation advisor. If you've read that book from Jocko Willing, talking about extreme ownership, he talks a lot about combat advisors and their roles. You can read that. There's a lot of other books out there. Needless to say, been traveled all over the world, engaged in and working with foreign militaries, and I'll let you and nonprofits, non-government organizations, international government organizations, and so forth, to create and sustainable healthcare systems. All right. And I recall vividly the day when I realized that the US government nor any US military entity can solve the incredible need for health security, financial security, or housing security. Nonprofits cannot solve these critical issues. Are they helping? Yes, they're absolutely helping. Are they making a difference? Yes, absolutely. I spent years learning firsthand how people all over the world with deal with abject poverty and how strongly they desire a safe, clean place to live, a way to improve their family situation, and people that they can trust that don't take advantage of them. I even got my master's degree in global health and health policy. I've been there. I've walked those roads in the middle of nowhere, West Africa, looking, for someplace or somebody in particular. I've been there, and we've built healthcare facilities, treatment clinics, all these different things all over. And I will tell you firsthand, what we do matters. And it matters all the way down that value stream. It matters all the way down to the end user. It matters to that final person who is there asking for, needing some support so that they can improve their lives. And guess what? Clean Money is all about how we can improve their lives, and in process, how that improves our own lives. Okay. It is our view that clean money is that money that is invested with the explicit intent and power to improve lives while still earning a return. Now, you may say, well, isn't the purpose of investing to make money? And yes, of course. But can't investments do more than just make money? Is not the best use of money to improve lives while also generating a return? Folks, we've been living below our means, right? And the mass media has conditioned us to believe we should invest our money in whatever stock they tell us to out of fear of missing out, right? If you don't invest in this thing now, you're going to miss out, and you're going to miss out on this great return, right? If you don't invest on the Robinhood app right now in GameStop, then you're going to miss out on the opportunity to make a bunch of money, right? And everybody's rushing in out of fear of missing out, FOMO. Yeah, is that a way to build wealth? And you may say, wow, I made $10,000 that day. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. But what happened to that money you invested? Where did it go? How was it used? Right? Whose life was improved? Or are you just taking that money to go buy a useless thing? You're tired of driving Ferraris. Now you want to drive a Lamborghini. So you need to make some cash and go buy a Lamborghini. All right. Our investments can have an impact. Let me tell you just a quick story of, property we just closed on, right? We bought this property, $16 million, $16.4 million at the end of the day, distress, 180 units, Dallas, Fort Worth area. The property owner, single guy, he just ran out of bandwidth, desire to really do a lot of good for his residents, right? And sometimes these people are honest and they're trying, they're just over their heads. Other times, they're not good people. Okay. And I'm not the judge. I'm not going to tell you what type of person he was. I just know that the outcome of his actions was a property that was riddled with crime. People were trying there. Property manager was trying. Others were trying to do good work, but they didn't have the resources. They weren't empowered to do good. He wouldn't spend any money on the property. He made a ton of money off that property, but he wasn't investing that back with the residents. So we purchased this property. The day we closed, a SWAT team was there. Jesse, my brother, was there. He runs our property management company, 40 or so people in that company. So he's there, always there the day one, and a SWAT team busting down the door, taking care of some business. And he goes over there and talks to them. He's like, what's going on? And they tell him, and so forth and so on. And this is just the case. And most people will be like, oh my goodness, I need to leave. This is terrible. What am I doing? And Jesse calls me. He's like, Sam, this is why we're here. And I said, yeah, this is why we're here. This is the point of what we do. We take over these distressed properties and we turn them into clean, safe, thriving communities, and our investors take part of that with us. And I will tell you over and over again, every time I go to that property, walking around, looking at where we're going to take a dirt patch and turn it into a playground for kids, or take a pool that's full of mud and sludge and leaves and hasn't been taken care of forever, and making a nice pool and expand it and put some shade and renovate these units that haven't been touched in forever, probably since the property was built. And people walking around say, hey, are you guys the new owners? I'm like, yeah, we're the new owners. So nice to meet you. What's your name? And they say, hey, I just want to tell you, thank you for coming here. We can tell a difference is already getting made. Thank you so much. The last owner never cared, never made a difference. And guess what? You're saying, that's a great heartfelt story, but as an investor, what does that mean to me? Well, it means a couple of things. One, your investment matters. Your money, the clean, hard-earned money that you made, is going to change a distressed, neglected property from a property owner that either didn't have the means to maintain the property or was a scumbag, into a healthy, well-governed community that has changed socially. The governance has been dramatically improved. We're reducing the environmental impact, and lives of our residents are changing. We're partnering with charities. We're partnering with the housing authorities. We're partnering with any relief group you can think of: mental health, physical health, spiritual health, financial health. We're partnering with so many different entities. We have partnered and we continue to partner with these entities at no cost to you as the investor. And they go and improve the lives of our residents. Our residents continue to rent. They receive more value. They are happy to pay for things that they weren't able to even pay for before, like a washer and dryer in their unit. And their lives are made better. You, as an investor, get to take part of that, and you don't have to be out there cleaning things up. You can work your job and continue to make money for your family and your future, and invest with a group like us. So this podcast, we're going to talk to other people who are doing similar things out there in the world, and it's going to change your lives. And we're going to also share some other stories about things that you don't know. Did you know, for example, that wealthy institutions, real estate investment trusts, and others will buy properties and then neglect them until they are completely distressed, and they never tell their investors this, right? And we're going to talk about some of those things too. So every single show, we're going to discuss topics that will enlighten your understanding to the world of investing, how dirtbags are being paid essentially to be dirtbags, but how being a clean, honest, impactful, and insightful investor actually increases your returns. Property values are so much higher when they're clean, safe, than they are if they've been distressed and neglected, where responsibility has been abdicated. These will be great stories, and I promise you'll learn, and you're going to enjoy our guest. I'm so excited to bring many of these guests, all of our guests that are coming to the show that we already have lined up. And I hope you will tune in as often as possible and think about those things that you could do in your life to make a difference, whether that's investing, whether that is going down and helping your neighbor with anything they need, rich or poor, small or great. Please go out there and make a difference, change other people's lives, do your best. It doesn't mean you have to go to a soup kitchen. There's so many different things you can do, but if you want to go to soup kitchen, great, they're a great place. And I have so much fun talking with people in places like that. So thank you for joining the first episode of the podcast, Clean Money. And thank you for going out there and being who you are and changing the world around you for the better. We look forward to this, and have a great, wonderful day. We'll talk to you again here soon. Thank you for tuning in to Clean Money, where we talk about sustainable investing that improves society. We are passionate about creating great investment returns to investors who want to use their money to make a positive social impact in the world. If you enjoyed the episode, we'd appreciate a 5-star review. And if you are interested in making your investing matter, please connect with us at wildmountaincapital.com, or you can find me, Samuel Sells, on LinkedIn, on Twitter at Sells_Samuel, on Instagram at CleanMoneySam, or on Facebook. And finally, make your investing matter.